We have the timer running, right? Anyways, this is Sagebrush. This is an interesting little game that has to do with cults. I thought it looked cool, so I requested a key for it. Anything I need to change? Not really. Oh look, subtitles on by default. Most games don't do that. I like that. Let's begin. Not that good at cult, unfortunately.
I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing, nothing at all, that what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
Is the girl a car? Yes, this is a cult that takes place in the Cars universe. Don't drink the antifreeze. Sagebrush. Alright. Black Sage Ranch, 250 miles northwest of Albuquerque. Site of the 1993 Perfect Heaven mass suicide. I do not believe that is a real suicide, but I don't know, you guys can look it up. To answer the quick question, did I at one point follow a project called Draw Dog? No, I've never heard of that before, Carcerus. I do not know what that is. I do hope the timer's on screen. I didn't actually double check, but I guess, well, we're in front of a cult, so I think my first inclination would be let's leave. Fuck the car. Doesn't matter. No, there's nothing but dirt roads and dust that way. You have to go inside. Okay. Nothing but dirt and dust and that's it. There's nothing out there. It's a post-apocalyptic setting. I don't know. To interact with the highlight object, press A. All right. Is the sound good, by the way? I think it's probably fine, but not going to lie. You're surprised you actually made it all the way here. You brought some gear in the trunk. Oh, I'll take that. What do we got? Some gear, aka a pair of wire cutters. All right.
Have a good stream.
Thank you. Did you bring Pepsi?
No, I brought Dr. Pepper.
That works. Thanks.
I just need to bring the whole bottle in here.
Is it a huge one?
Yeah.
Oh, just put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Also, you have a good day.
Thank you.
So, a pair of wire cutters that you borrowed from the house. Guys, have you ever heard somebody say, I brought my gear, and then they're like, pulls out one pair of wire cutters? Yep. It's like, that's not gear. That is not gear. I'm sorry. Alright, so what other buttons do we have? We have our inventory. We have our... I found the sprint key really fast. Actually, there's 2 sprint keys. Alright, I'm going to go over here. Let's go fight a wolf or something. Okay, I don't know. Coyote probably in this area. The gate won't budge and you didn't bring anything to bust through. Well, we did. We brought the wire cutters. Yes, I will select them. If that's alright. No? Yes, please? Maybe? Oh, wait, I get it. Select left and right. I only have one item, so I can't do that. I get it now. Alright, so let me guess. Yeah, okay. Yep. Our light conveniently shines right here. Hey, I want to join your cult. I broke your fence. I'm sure that's a great way to start out. Actually, is Heaven's Gate actually real? Diesel generator. There's a keyhole next to the ignition. Okay. Oh. This is called Sagebrush. And it is a adventure game. So we'll be looking around. And I like the style of it, by the way. I very much like the style of it. What we got? Pamphlet. Sudoku thing. Okay. Map. Fuck. Surprisingly hard to select items sometimes. Okay. So, where are we at? Probably the community hall. Alrighty. Very spread out area. I gotta find a light switch. It's too dark. They did do some bad shit. Moldy dishes layer. The table's stained and dusty. There's no food. Like wild animals like to finish this craft. So this place looks pretty abandoned. What is this? Tape deck.
Well, I had just graduated from college. You know I was a communications major. That part was true. So I graduated and I couldn't find a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do and got pretty depressed. My boyfriend at the time said I was holding him back and took off, so that was that. I could have moved home, but I didn't. I stayed out in California, but it's not like I had any friends there. My parents would call and I would just lie about how things were going. I didn't know what I wanted because I guess I didn't really want anything. I would wake up and just count the seconds ticking off of my life until I fell back asleep. We were all broken in some way, I think. Some more than others.
This is gonna be very depressing, isn't it? What do we got here? Oh, a generator key. What do we got? Performance schedule. Josiah plays original hymns. Gospel reading. Juliet, violin recital. Gospel reading. Children's reenactment of Book of Serial. Oh no, there were children involved. The power has been finicky lately. You might have to restart the generator to get the lights back on. The keys in the box. Generator around the side. Okay. Well, I know that. Probably should turn the lights on before we go any further. Graphically, though, this game looks really pretty, in my opinion. Okay, that was easy. Alright, let's try the light switch again. There we go, much better. Can I read this pamphlet? Have you sinned? Are you plagued by doubt? Do you fear death? Do you have the negative feeling that That door freaked me out for a second. Do you have the negative feeling that your church doesn't have the answers? There is a reason. Father James can help. Okay. Get to know the newest members of the flock. Welcome them with open arms and open hearts. My name is Christopher. I'm from Flagstaff. I was a farmer before, and I hope to lend my expertise to help feed the flock. Held the record for the most blue ribbons at the Arizona State Fair Livestock Competition. I'm Viola. My two wonderful children, my son Lucas and my daughter Juliet, are from Fresno. I'll be helping out with schooling our children in the ways of the Lord. Fun fact, I was born in Vancouver, so I'm technically also Canadian. Okay, this is really weird. I was born, Caleb was born in Fresno. Hello, I'm Peyton. I'm from a small town in Oklahoma you've probably never heard of. I ran a grocery store in town. But ever since it shut down, I've been looking for something more. Father James helped me find that. Fun fact, I served in the Navy for a term. Called space can take advantage of vulnerable people, essentially. That is the basic summary. The thing that jumped out to me is that it went from 41 viewers to 41 members to 2 in a few years. What? The Heaven's Gate? Jeez. Hello, friends. I'm Candace. I love cooking and crafts, so I hope I can help energize the flock so maybe fulfill his word. I can speak 3 languages. Alright. That's good for you. Fun fact, blank. I'm so thankful to you, the Lord, for giving me a home after living on the streets. I finally feel like I have family. You have no fun facts. You are sad. I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC before I dropped out because I couldn't stand the indoctrination anymore. So I joined a cult. I was looking for truth, and I didn't find it there. And I know I was looking in the wrong place. I've been 4 continents the last 3 years. Okay. Vance, I saw through the lies of my parents' church. They were filling our heads with blasphemy, and I say the truth because of Father James. Fun fact, I'm a really fast reader. So am I. I read faster than I talk. For sure. Let's waste all the generator power. There we go. Suicide may be a sin, but when it's spun into a graceful act, people will fall for it. The sad thing about a lot of cults is they use Christianity as a base. As we can see here with these lyrics. Unfortunately, this is the thing about a lot of Christian hymns. They actually really play up heaven. Heaven's a freaky concept, and I think looking forward to heaven is itself a freaky concept, because you should appreciate the life you have, not look forward to an afterlife, in my opinion. In my opinion, the life you're living right now matters a lot more. We all get to have what a day of rejoicing that will be. These are pretty normal hymns for typical Christian hymn stuff. And it's very easy to spin this into something. To answer your suicide question, unfortunately, these sort of hymns can be easily spun into like an act of rejoicing because you're going to die. It's sick, really. I don't feel like reading it, by the way. Don't feel like reading out a hymn. And yes, if you're wondering, this game does hit a few... Oh, I can pull up the map while reading this. This does hit a few notes with me. But it's alright. I felt interested in this. Hello, Kyrio. Welcome to existence. It's kind of interesting, though, too, like, exploring this. Read note to Leonard. The factory is not your personal sector. Food is for the flock to share. If you keep stealing cookies, you will have to answer for your crimes in the cleansing room. Oh, no. They'll get all the crumbs off of me. Please pray, reflect on your actions and how they harm the flock. I'm praying for you, too. Right. I want the cookies. Can I have the cookies? Cookies. Damn it, I have trouble hitting light switches. Leonard has heated warnings about taking more than a share of food. He keeps swiping stacks to the storage room. Until we can straighten him out, I've decided to move his favorite food to the farm shed and hide the key on the side of the bookshelf next to the ping pong table. Okay. Alright, ping pong table. Got it. I'll remember that. Right. Yeah, outer spaces has been the subject of some. Utensils, decorations, grains. Grains, my favorite. They have... Oh, good news. They have... What kind of cereal is that? None of the sugary stuff. Oh, dang it. That's the best kind. Except for Aragon's a stick to the mud. When we talk cereals, he, like, judges me for eating sugary cereals. I'm like, yeah, well, I like to enjoy life, unlike you, apparently. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good. I don't care if I eat kid cereal. I don't care if I get judged for eating kid cereal. It's yum. Oh, I found the flies. Oh, the freezers. This will be good. The interior is coated in long-dried, blackened remains of various melted frozen foods. Oh, yum. Let's see. What do they eat? Spinach casserole. Barbecue. Yum. Fasting. That's the worst meal. Pork chops. That's pretty good. Beef stew and chicken. And then more fasting. Fasting is the worst meal. I have 5 cereals that I rotate between. I like Cocoa Puff. I like Cocoa Krispies. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I like like less sugary things like Kix too. It's like that's one nice ones. But oh man, sugary cereals are good. Non-sugar are better. Jog hurt. Yogurt. Jog hurt. Jog hurt. Are you tired of yogurt? Try Jog hurt. Just don't go jogging after eating it because you'll hurt. Due to power outage, food stores are spoiled. We will have to replace the planted mills of canned foodstuffs to produce until new supplies are required. You open the door, immediately slam shut after the overwhelming stitch of rye meat hits your nostrils. Fair enough. This range is long dead. Oh well. Kind of looks like grape nuts. I'm not sure if that's grape nuts, but it might be grape nuts. Flies buzz around a sink piled with unwashed dishes. Alright. There's really not much in here. Wait, what's this? Kitchen prayer. Enable us to use thy manifold blessings with moderation. Grant our hearts with wisdom to avoid excess in eating and drinking. Oh, come on. That's the best part of life. And the cares of this life. Teach us to put our trust at the end to await thy helping hand. Okay. And, yeah. Right. Oof. Alright, so we gotta look for a ping pong table. Fasting is very... I mean, fasting's in a lot of... Oh, I found the ping pong table. Fasting's a big thing in a lot of religions and even cultures. And it actually has some health benefits down them, but no. Fasting is when you run really fast to catch food that moves, right? Oh, Kyrio. Let's turn off the prayer music. There we go. It's better. Oh, Kyrio, you're speaking like a true raptor, honestly. Oh, goodness me. Let's look. You take a book off the shelf. We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century, when Athanasius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works of the... Who the fuck is that guy? I've never heard of that name. Flip through a pamphlet on the shelf. There is an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of the woman is to protect and nourish the soul. Why can't both do both? You take a Bible from the shelf and scan. For Christ also suffered once for our sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God. He put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit. Okay. Uh-huh. I think it's just looping. Alright, where's this key I need? It's at the side of the bookshelf, so I'm like gonna check. Okay. Maybe this side. That's not really that hidden. Oh, there's 2 keys here. I'll just take both. I should probably open the gate in case we get attacked or something. I don't know. Ping pong table. It's the only game you see around. Doesn't seem like there's enough room to play. Yeah, no kidding. Like, you constantly bump against the wall. Honestly, there's enough room in this room that you can just rotate it 90 degrees. Do you think I'll be able to draw them again? Says Rocky. Oh, yeah, Rocky, sure. I mean, I can arrange that. I can help you with that if you like. If you'd like. To fix an angel tentatively created the corpse of Jesus Christ too. Angel, come on now, come on now. Let's not do anything weird. And if a woman have an issue and her issue is in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever touches her shall be unclean until the even. Everything that she lies upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything that she also sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever touches their bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And whosoever touches anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water shall be unclean. I think Leviticus just kind of was like, you women are dirty. Leviticus was rude. Come on, you look tired. I should have gotten better sleep before driving here. Any of these cults twist the meaning of the Bible. Slight unpopular opinion question mark. I feel like normal Christianity does that a lot of times too. Oh look, I found a hole in the environment. Whoops. I see outside. These walls are paper thin. Alright. Oh, let me get that. Let me get that light switch. There we go. Jesus saith to him that he that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. That sounds very roundabout now. I really hate the King James version. That's basically the version that does the saith, doeth, if, and it's like, just, you know, proper English, please. It's like, I know, it's old fashioned. That's just how they talked back then, but it's still dumb. It's still dumb. Just gonna hate on history. Don't mind me. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Leviticus is the worst book? I don't really remember. Ah. So this is how I access the rest of the area, because I can't climb a fence, obviously. So I guess our next objective would be to go to the barn. Let me just double check around the fence side. Everyone interprets the Bible in the way that best suits them. There's a reason I prefer the New Testament. The Old Testament is heavily allegorical and also more of a history lesson than an actual modern living guide. The New Testament is a bit better. However, I would like to point out that when it comes to church, oftentimes, in many situations, there could be, I'm sure there's exceptions to this with some churches, but oftentimes the Old Testament is quoted much more than the New Testament. And I'd like to point out that that's not good. I'm going to just say that. I don't think that's a good thing. We're tired. We look tired. We looked in the mirror, Dalton. We're tired, so that's why we're not climbing the fence. We're tired. We're too tired for the fence. Anyways, I want to go to the far first. I guess I'll just... The New Testament should be more important than the old one. Absolutely. The old one's good as a history lesson, not as an active living guide. Well, you know, we're playing a game about cults. This is not unprecedented to talk about in this situation. Plus, I do have a pretty, well, I really do respect all religions for the most part, and as long as the religion does not involve harming others. And that means I also appreciate and respect true Christians. But this also means that I do not appreciate and respect Christians that use the Bible for their own benefits, twist it the way they want, and basically use it to condemn other people. I don't accept those people. I also don't consider those to be really true Christians, but, you know. The faux Christian movement is quite large. I'm very tolerant. But my tolerance ends if you start judging other people. That's all. Oh, a key. What'd I get? Andrew's trailer. Okay, cool. I'll use that in a bit. Alright, Andrew, what you got? It's always too dark to read anything. Why don't I just take this outside? Is that cereal? Ooh. I think it's Fruit Loops. Not my favorite cereal, but I'll take it. It's surprisingly hard to select some things. Oh, batteries. Oh, I have a flashlight. Oh, that makes things easier. Alright. Can anyone truly know the joy of absolute truth? The freedom that comes from releasing all of one's doubt like so much ballast into the sea. I know that feeling now. So longer I search among Catholics. I search among the Baptists. Hypocrites. I searched among the Pentecostals, infested by charlatans. I tried so many churches, and all of them to one were full of fools and liars. Now I know why. Father has helped me to see. And in the process, you have become the fool and liar.
The first time I met Father James, I was immediately filled with a sense of peace. It's hard to explain. I guess he just seemed so sure. He asked if I was a believer. I said I'd been raised Catholic, but it never clicked. There's a reason for that, he said. They've been lying to you, all of them. And I knew he was right.
Ezra makes a good point, by the way. Oh, there was a light here the whole time. I didn't even notice. I'm not used to chain... I haven't seen those in a long time, like chain pull. Can I open this? Doesn't look like it. Let's see. No. Why do I still have the... I noticed the keys usually get consumed when you're done with them, but the generator key did not for some reason. Well, anyways. It's good to have a flashlight. Now I can see things easier. Alright, well, since we're... Let's see. This is the barn shed. What do we... I'm not gonna turn on... Oh! Let's see, a little preview of the game. Alright, so let's see. We're at the farm shed. The farm doesn't really have a proper farm building for some reason. Alright. So, I mean, we got a key to Andrew's trailer. Let's head over there. That would be... down in the... Okay. Yeah, be like... It's a bit of a walk. Let's go. Is this a horror game or some kind of point and clicker? I don't know. Could be either. Could be both. This game's gonna cause a stir on YouTube. Oh, birds. Oh, they disappeared. Birds that disintegrate in air. Doesn't seem very good for the birds. Alright. Oh. Yes, I'd love to live in something this small. That sounds wonderful. I mean, this area is just full of trailers. I guess we'll just look through the trailers, at least the ones that are open. What we got here? Brother Aaron. So, is this the one? No, that's Andrew, so I can't open this one. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Everything is political these days. I mean, the thing about politics is that I really don't get why when it comes to politics and religion, the thing I don't get is why people can't just talk about it and be like, oh, I have a different political party than you. Oh, I have a different religion. I have a different opinion than you. Okay. And just like, okay, cool, let's just swap stories then. It's like, oh, everybody's got to fucking fight about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Nope, I can't unlock this. Why was this chained up so much? Loses all kibble. Oh no. Oh, poor Cairo. What's it? Shut. Okay. Brother who? Brother Alejandro. I can't open his. What was it? Christopher. All right. It's. Oh wait, is it getting? Oh no, it's turning to night. I just realized it's getting darker. I'm a little concerned about that actually. You're not me, so this is wrong. Yeah, pretty much how that works. It does concern me that it's getting later in the game. What does this mean? What does this mean for me? Good thing I got the flashlight. Hope these are not... I hope this is not one of the situations the batteries can run out. That would be unfortunate. Wait. Sister Viola, Juliet, and Lucas. That's way too many people for a small trailer. God damn it, Galton will set it. The hill turns to Slitter when it turns night. Multiple people were thinking that. So yeah, that's what really kills cults. Slitterman. Get too far in, Slitterman just comes by. Okay, can't open... So there's several trailers here that are not rusted shut, but I do not have the access key for it, so I'll have to come back here multiple times, probably. But I will say one thing about this old abandoned cult. Oh, it's not that dirty. Actually, is that saying... Wait, hold on. I used pregnancy test lights tucked away in the toilet. It's positive. Because you had to make a more depressing game. Alright, so... I clearly just missed it. You have to get this toilet? Yep, nope. They're pretty clean. Especially for outdoor toilets. So I need to find... Maybe I should look at Brother Earl's trailer a little bit harder, since I can actually enter this one. Is there anything tucked away? Doesn't look like it. The sun doesn't look like it's moving, but it feels like it definitely is. I don't know what it's doing. Definitely seems to have gotten later. Alright, so where the hell... Okay, let's see. I think it was... Did the map actually label the trailers individually? Kind of. Andrew seems to be somewhere in the middle north. Okay, so let's see. Using the community hall as reference, it would be in the middle, and then right. So it'd be over... It'd be like one of these, wouldn't it? Near the chained one. Okay. I get lost, so this one got overturned. Here we go. It's needle in a haystack here. Alright, we got... Oh. Tape deck.
Life with the flock was good. We would meet for morning prayer with Father James in the chapel, then meet for breakfast, and then we'd set off to work for the day. Some of us worked the fields, others worked on expanding the compound. We had a school teacher, we had cooks. In the evening we would study scripture or listen to one of Father's lectures. Then it would be time for penance, more prayer, and then sleep. I slept better those early nights than I had in years. I was home. Do you know how good it feels to find home after so long? I would have done anything for Father. He saved me.
What Breezy Wolf says... Let's see. What Breezy Wolf said, actually, I started thinking that too. That is probably how it works. That's actually pretty cool if it does it that way, because it's kind of hard to notice. But you're probably right. It probably is that when I did a tape recorder, we lose some time. That would make a lot of sense. Oh my god, these objects are hard to click. Look at this. I have to be in just the right spot. We men must be fools by the malarkey spat at us by mainstream churches. The Catholic Church, Catholic, what the hell, says that we're waiting Christ's return when they know full well better, and the rest of Christendom believes them, the Mary worshippers. Perhaps we'll never know why the Lord waited until Father James to correct the record. Perhaps our Father in heaven waited for the earthly man he knew could bear his burden with grace. Blessed be our Lord, who saw fit to include wretches like me in his plan. I await the third coming with open arms and a heart full of love. Heart full of love, you know, because, hey, let's just insult, like, the Catholic Church, but then at the end we'll say we have a heart full of love. Yeah, that's not fucking... That's not, like, hypocritical or anything. Let's see. You can post in the appropriate places, Rocky, sure. And I guess just DM me since you want to draw them so bad again. Just DM me. I'll help you come up with another idea, I guess. Also, let's see. Also, hi there, Bon. How you doing? Obviously, the faster the lamp, the better the game is. Nothing else matters. The faster to lamp? The faster to... Did you just use lamp as a verb? Hey, I lamped that guy yesterday. Oh, man, you should have seen the look on his face. New speed trick carrier, moth percent. I love you. You're my brother. But you do not know what you're talking about. This is my family now. They love me and I love them in a way that transcends even blood. Maybe that hurts you to hear. I'm sorry. But there's no hiding from the truth. I know that you have doubts about your church. You've told them to me. Let me tell you, I have no doubts here. None. Of course, if you would stop denying what you know in your heart, we would welcome you with open arms. You need to come. You need to come to us. You need to. Huh. Kita Viola's trailer, if I can pick it up. Thank you. It's so... Maybe I should turn on... You know what? Hold on. Oh, there's a save. I should save. That seems like a good idea. Also, I'm going to reduce my look sensitivity a bit, because I feel like it might be... Oh, I can turn off the flashlight while in this video. Okay. I feel like it might be a little high. Oh, that feels a lot better. I can actually control it now. I greatly enjoyed our talk earlier. I'd like to continue it. The children will be helping sow the fields tomorrow afternoon, so I'll be alone if you'd like to stop by. Was there any autosave? Not really sure. It can still be hard to hit these things. Honestly, the hitbox. The only problem I have with this game is that the hitboxes for a number of things are just a little too... Oh, I can't turn the lamp on. But, well, I'd like to waste some power, so let me just do that. Oh, hold on. Is that a Bible? Can I take it? Apparently not. Well, Viola. Viola's trailer should be across a road from... This one? Other way. Should be like... Oh, man, I don't understand. We'll just bumble around. It's fine. The map doesn't make sense to be quite... Alana... I think most of the sisters are over here. Lillian... Julie and Ellie. It should be around Andrew's trailer. There it is. Hmm? I'm hitting the use. Oh, sorry. I need to... Right. I need to try to interact with the door, not open my inventory. Okay. We'll see you tonight for the alternative cleansing in the rectory. Sorry, that combination of words. That one got me. That one got me a little bit. Come early. We have much to talk about. I know the day I received my first vision, and you know the code. Okay. Know the day I received my first vision, and you will know the code. In the alternative cleansing in the rectory. I need to go to the rectory, but I need to find the code first. So the day I received my first vision. Who wrote that note? I can't fucking click it. I don't know who wrote this note, but I assume it's Viola. Oh, it's a note to Viola. It's a note to Viola by somebody, and I need to figure out their vision date. Feet health cleanse wreck. Oh no. Let's just sniff at all the doors like a proper dog. I mean, I'd find the scent that way. How is the culty shenanigans going? This is a really good game. I went out and got some food and started by dropping my drink at the door and I lost it all. Okay. I'll try my Dr. Pepper I just got. I don't have it with me at this moment, though. I don't even know what that person meant by alternative cleansing. Well, it's in the rectory, so I have a few suspicions. Discussion of Matthew chapter 26, discussion of the lies of the false churches, discussion of Friar James' visions prophecy. Friar James' visions hold on, wait. That did say visions, right? The day I received... Okay. So I knew the day he received his first vision, and we know that Friar James has visions. So it's probably Friar James that wrote the note. So, okay, we need to figure out the date of James' first vision. Field work. Let's see. This is the word of angel Serial given unto the man James at the time for the day's taking. Serial came into James as he returned from unrighteous war. The angel appeared unto the man James under 7 stars in the eastern sky. The angel spoke. Be not afraid, man, for you chosen as a messenger. These words are the Lord's words. These words are the Lord's words, become my words, become your words. Okay, that confused my brain a little bit. Right. I'd forgotten what love felt like. I thought that all the years suffering under Eric's thumb had ruined me. I thought there was no hope for happiness ever again, but I was so wrong. I feel so safe here. Father James has restored my faith in Christ, but also in men, and in myself. A wonderful blessing. Yes, there is pain, but it is necessary, and I enter in willingly and joyfully. That paragraph has a lot of red flags in it. I'm so blessed to be part of this flock and to help ensure that my dear children taste the fruit of eternal life. Lucas is taken to life easily here, but Juliet... Well, we will need to be patient with Juliet. She just needs time. She'll come around and see. Father James says that Eric will burn in hell for his sins against me. I know I shouldn't take joy in that, but the thought of it makes me smile. Yep. Father says that even Eric could join the flock if he wanted it badly enough, but I know my husband well enough to know that he would laugh in the face of the truth. He is wrong with sin and he will get what he deserves. Oh, Lord Jesus, please give me guidance. I was only doing what you asked me, Lord. I was doing it for him and for you, but I'm 2 weeks late now. I'm throwing up every morning. Lord, oh, Lord... I don't know who the father is. It could be James, or it could be... Do I tell him? Will he be happy with me or furious? Have I sinned? What cleansing will I need to endure to rid my soul of this black mark? Oh no. We found a lamp, yes. Of course, that's Beerus' focus. Forgive me for speaking too freely, but I care deeply about you, and I worry that you are having doubts about Father and his teaching. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from, believe me, but as someone with a lot more life experience, let me tell you, you have nothing to doubt. Father James is a prophet of the Lord. He speaks the true word. If you need proof, just look at his prophecies that have come true. But more than that, if you pray and listen quietly, you'll feel in your very soul the truth of his teachings. I am here for you if you need to talk. Yours in Christ, love, Viola. Okay. Is that like a weird car? Okay. Boop. I like how I always turn the light switch on when I'm done with the room, rather than when I start the room. Stay safe, car.
We were chosen, all of us, by the Lord. Do you know how good that feels? To be chosen? I hope you do. It's a feeling we all need in our lives. And on top of that, Father James took a special interest in me. He said he felt spiritually invigorated by my presence, and often called me to the rectory to spend time with him. I'm not dumb, I knew, but I didn't care. I was so honored to be his chosen.
I can clip through the Cillian one. Look. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. Okay. That's another thing I don't like. I mean, look, again, true Christians, cool people. General Christian teachings, I have my criticisms on. And the idea of people going like, I was chosen by the Lord, it's like, that's cool. Nice to know you're hot shit. Hey, you know what's better than being chosen by a higher being? Just making something of your life and being a good person, and not just flouting the fact that you have some sort of cosmic, like, significance. Like, hey, instead of, like, talk about how you have cosmic significance because of some otherworldly being, how about just making yourself tangibly significant and helpful and good in the physical world? And just, you know. I've seen the difference. I'm a mental being. I'm a personality. I didn't originally come from the physical world. I came into the physical world. I did things in the physical world, and I saw the shockwaves I left. Good shockwaves, where I made people happy. And I saw what I could do with that. After not doing it, because I was originally just in the head. I was just originally in the mental space. So when I came out, and I did physical things, and I saw the physical effects I left, I feel that's way more important than some religious stuff in my book. My religion is non-existent. I do not have one. I guess that makes me an atheist? I'm not sure. All I know is that I'm not sure what terminology I really fit to. It's not like I disbelieve people. If they want to, if they feel good believing in something, then cool. I just think the best thing to believe in is what I can accomplish in this physical realm. I think that's the most important thing. Afterlife, don't know. Don't know, and to some degree don't care. More interested in just making people happy. I'm a dog. This is my true calling as being a dog. My true calling is to dog and to make people happy. And also, I have no idea where I'm going now. Okay. So we got some very important information. So let me make a note of this. So we did get this bit of information here. Know the day I received my first vision, and you will know the code. We need to know the name. We need to go to the alternative. We need to go participate in this alternative cleansing at the rectory. The rectory being the building in the northwest. Okay. But to access that building, we need the code, which is the day he received his first vision. So I guess we gotta explore. We gotta find the date of his first vision. So let's pay attention for that, and then we'll go to the rectory. That our goal for this stream will be to go to the rectory, I guess. I guess we're done with the trailers because I couldn't really find anything else. Let's see. Well, all right. I'm a little concerned what alternative cleansing is now, though. Yeah, I think believing helps you live a better life and be a better person is good. If it does the reverse, you should stay the fuck away from it. That's it. And quite honestly, here's the thing. I have a problem with religion. Hey, I'm of religious background. You know, my kids should also be of religious background. Like, no. How about they just get to pick? How about... Oh, this is the school. Okay. How about, like... Oh, this is why I still have the generator key, so I can turn this on. There we go. How about just, you know, letting people choose individually if a religion has meaning to them? I don't know. Crazy concept, I know, but... Look at the other letter. Usually Bible verses are dates. Oh. Well, there was that... Okay, to be fair... Okay, here's the thing. I wasn't sure if that Bible verse was to do with that Friar James guy, or... Because there's actually a book of the Bible called James. Isn't there? I'm pretty sure there is a book of the Bible officially called James, so I thought it was just that. But you have a point. Let me take track of that number. Because it is rather suspicious that it's right next to the note and all, too. Right, so let's see. James 1:13. I guess 1:13. 1:13. 1:13? Sure, let's try that. Somebody remember that for me. We'll go over that chart of cleansing right now. Actually, well, yeah, let me go with the skull first, because it's on the way. I worship my friends. There you go. Dogs basically just worship whoever they love the most. It's not a bad way of doing it. I say with full bias. Lucas, John, and Julie's jackets. You rust through the pockets and find nothing. I could not steal their candy bars. Oh no. I'm gonna leave the flashlight on though, because why not? Yep. Julie, honey, why are you so stubborn? Why do you reject the flock's love? You don't pay attention to class, you don't try hard on your assignments, you lie about doing your readings, I'm worried about you. I've asked Father James to take some time to speak for you one-on-one. Please listen to him, I know he knows so much. He can help soothe your doubts, I promise. Just give it a try. Love, Mom. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you don't have to go to a cult to see stuff like that.
I often helped Viola in the schoolhouse. I enjoyed working with the children.
I like that.
We taught them reading, writing, scripture. Viola was one of the most faithful among us. If Anne was like the mother of the flock, Viola was the older sister. I remember one lecture she gave the children on the nature of hell that was so vivid, so unflinching, it had the kids in tears. I told her she was scaring them, and she said, "Good, they should be scared."
We must instill the fear of God into these children. Yeah. The sad thing is that cults just dial up things that are already happening in some normal churches that aren't cults. Well, aren't considered cults. Make a fade right for the last lesson. The first revelation, the day Father James received the truth. The first revelation, the day Father James... Okay, this sounds important. The first revelation. Aha! This might also be a number to remember. Let's see. June 3rd, Feast of the First Revelation. June 3rd. So, that would be 6-3 or 063 or 0603 or something like that. We don't know the dates, though. We don't know the year, I mean. I don't know if that matters. May not matter. Things to remember. Thank you for taking notes for me, Chad. That's very helpful, actually. The illustrated book of Bible stories. Some of the pages turn out. There are multiple copies of the Book of Serial. Flipping through, you see major inconsistencies in the different versions. There's a young Earth creationist textbook called The True History of the Earth. It's flat. Alright, what's on the wall? Lucas's assignment. A big role model for me is Father James. He is a prophet of... He's a prophet of Jesus. Jesus profited off this guy, and a great person. He's going to save all our souls and let us go to heaven. Father James is funny and smart too. He makes jokes during his talks to make everyone laugh. He shows that you can be a very good person, even if you are a little bit weird looking. This kid is just throwing shade. It's what on the inside that matters. For teaching me that and for saving my soul, Father James is my role model. I love Father James and Jesus. Wonderful, Lucas. Father will be so proud, especially about the weird looking part. Ellie's assignment. Anne is my biggest role model. She's a perfect wife and mother to all of us, just like Mary. Does everything she is told to help Father James. She thinks about everyone else before she thinks about herself. I hope to be just like her if I grow up before the days of reckoning. Good work, Ellie. Anne would be so proud to hear this. You will have many chances to be just like her in paradise, so don't worry. Yes, good old paradise. Gotta look forward to that. Gotta have a fucking end goal like that. My role model is Jesus because he is perfect and he loves everyone. I want to be more like Jesus. See me after class, Juliet. That's not what we want to hear. This fuck Jesus. We don't like Jesus around these parts. Jesus is terrible. God damn it. Hey, look, Juliet's being a true Christian. What do you know? Hey, Leonard and Peyton are my role models. They know how to fight and how to protect the flock from Satan and secular bad guys. Good work, John. I hope it never comes to violence, though. Do you mind looking at the calendar? Sure. There you go. If you want the other dates. Secular, that's a misspelling. Well, I mean, these are kids, I have to remind. Sarah said, religion and cults are a lot of manipulative people for their own good. It doesn't have to be bad, but it is easily abused. Agreed. That's a good way of putting it. That's a very good way of putting it. And I heard the Earth is the corpse of the first giant. Yes, Nordic. I get it now. What? Maybe the sun's not saying it. It sure feels like it is. But I don't know anymore. Maybe it will be in time. Anyways, we learned something important by going to school, so that's good. I guess that's a good place to learn things. Sexism. I mean, I might eat you in that cult, but you know. Alright, so what do we want to try? What are our numbers that we have? We have 4 digits. Since we do have a date, I could always go 06, what was it, 3? Yep, that was it. Alright, to the rectory. A place I'm familiar with? Well, that was easy. Yeah, it's because we paid attention. Just like I paid attention to the fact that this texture is clipping into another texture. Whoops. Easy mistake to make, honestly. It's on the back of the building, too, so. Hi, Poizaz. We are doing pretty well. Oh, hold on, wait. I saw it examine. Examine bed. The bed covered in radset and sheets, pillows askew. How can I tell this from out here? It's very impressive. We have very good eyesight. Oh, lights do work here, okay. Take a book off the shelf. We know the conspiracy could trace itself back as far as the 4th century when that name and its cronies... Wait, this book has the exact... This bookshelf is the exact same book as another bookshelf earlier. How annoying. I never understand why you have light switches outside of a room. I never understood that. Like, I got a key. What do we get? Oh my god, it's so hard to select something. Trailer master key. So I can open anything now? My sweet, sweet V, I have a very important task for you. There's a deceiver among us, a lion snake who intends to bring ruin upon the flock. This is a test. We must prove our faith by removing this cancer. The deceiver will never reveal himself to me, but he might to you. I would ask that you use your feminine charms to get close to the men in the flock. Specifically, I'm worried about Andrew, Leonard, and Peyton. Get them to open up to you. If they have nothing to hide, they will be forgiven before Christ. Father Deceiver, so we may strike him from this world and prove our dedication to the Lord. Do this for me, for the flock, and for Christ. Oh boy. The world is a wicked place. The redemption can only be found through Christ. This is the truth, and though it was known to the Lord's flock, they did not heed the word. The Lord Christ descended in final judgment some 1,000 years ago as foretold in Scripture. Among man he found not one true believer. The angels wept, but the covenant was kept as it must be. None were given eternal life at the feet of the Father, and the men were left to fester for their own sin. For 200 generations, man has desecrated the earth given unto them. They have murdered each other, known sinful women, and lusted after false gods. They do not deserve to be saved. The large flat pedestal, not unlike an altar, stands at the foot of the bed.
We have all been given our purposes by the Lord. And if we listen close enough to our hearts, if we pray hard enough, we can feel that purpose coursing through us. To excel in our God-given purpose is its own form of cleansing. Some of us are called to labor in the fields, to feed the flock. Some are called to train and to defend us. Others to teach our children the true way of things. The Lord calls upon many women to provide succor and relief. Now those of you with husbands may be rightly confused. Is this not a sin? I ask you, do you not love the Lord more than your husband? Would you deny the Lord himself your love? I am his flag bearer.
Wow. I also bear other things. Also, filming it is absolutely part of, like, look, I need to send a copy to God after we're done. I'm his flag bearer. I gotta send a copy to God. That's why the camera's here. You want God to see it too, after all, right? Oh, I found a VHS. Why do I want this? Why do I want this? Why do I want this? As we all know, sin is our debt and pain is our currency. It is by paying with pain that we cleanse ourselves and become ready for the days of reckoning. However, new teaching has been bestowed on me by the angel Sarian of vision. The doctrine of alternative cleansing has been revealed. As we know, sin is its intersection of unclean vectors. But if one is fully cleansed, how can sin come from that act? If, in fact, the opposite is true, the act becomes a godly one. Yes, that's how you're going to know deeply is a truly cleansed body is to be cleansed oneself. That is, the life of one who is fully cleansed is to bypass the need for blood cleansing. This applies to all cleansed bodies, but I do not say this to boast. As of now, only I am fully cleansed. Another thing about cults: there's usually a sex element to it. That's pretty true. Oh god, it is getting dark. Oh god, guys, Slenderman's gonna get me soon. It is absolutely getting... I don't know. The game's really subtle about getting darker. Holy shit. It's probably based on the tape recorders. So you'll make a killing on RedTube? I mean, sounds like somebody made a killing. Transcribed from a sermon by Father James. What do each of us have in common? A soul, the state of sin, love of our Lord? Yes, these things, but also, why we have all endured great suffering, and that, friends, is why we are here. As Christ suffered, so have we. So we have and will continue to suffer. Our suffering paved the path for each of us to join Join the sock. Suffering, as we know, is a divine currency, but like any currency, we exchange one form of legal tender for another. And so we pay our debt in physical pain. Why? I know some of you fear the cleansing room. I understand, I really do. But bodily pain is but temporary. It can be overcome. Spiritual pain is eternal. It will follow us long past the days of reckoning. This is your choice. Bleed now from temporary wounds of transient flesh, or suffer eternally. When we put it that way, it's not such a difficult decision, is it? Well, you put something anyway, it can be convincing. Also, good. They brought back self-flagellation. Of course, this calls lecherous to their falling Serial. Serial is one of the daughters of leaders of angels who lusted after daughters of men. They decided to acquire wives and lead men astray. Oh, that's interesting. Where's that come from? James basically explained the members' Facebook can have his way with them. That's messed up. That's a cult leader. In a lot of cases, anyways. Some cult leaders do it for sex. Some do it for profit, too. I'd like to clarify a few points of confusion. I mean, you could basically just get people to do free labor for you, essentially. So, I'd like to clarify a few points of confusion that I have noticed among the flock. It is apparent that this is understood deeply and truly. I am not the Christ, only Christ is the Christ. I am a prophet of Christ, his messenger of flesh, a vehicle of his word. I have been blessed with abilities beyond the normal man and a great responsibility by our Lord, but I am still only a man. My teachings are directly transmitted from our Heavenly Father. I see. Yeah, yep. He says, not the most controversial subject to bring up, but I don't blame you for bringing it up in this situation, definitely. It's much like that. If you say you speak from God, people, I've seen it firsthand. Caleb's father believed every fucking word after that. It's so sad how people can eat that up. Oh, typewriter. Oh my. It's like, here's a can, here's a can, here's a can, here's a fucking can! Like, whoa. It's the same brand, but so much more. Another night sleeping down the stairs. I don't mean to complain. I can hear James and the others from in here, so happy, so fulfilled. It warms my heart. So I don't mean to complain, but it's cold in here, and something in the room is driving my allergies crazy. It's hard to sleep, but I suppose it is all worth it. What? Anne, why are you sleeping in this room? Well, at least you have a crucifix. That'll do you a lot of good, I guess. I don't know. Surprisingly roomy bathroom. You look tired. I'm still tired. I mean, that's accurate. I am kind of tired today. I don't like these auto-closing doors. They're kind of scaring me. There's nothing really in here. Okay. I mean, I did get the master trailer key, so... Oh, there it is. I'm gonna keep playing, though. Partially because I miscounted. We actually only have 4 games for today's Howler, so I may as well play more. I'm kind of curious. Page shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. Is this the asshole we have to thank for this cult? What's this? Beyond these doors is a sacred space. Only fully cleansed believers who have been given express permission by Father James may enter. The Lord protects this room. Trespassers will suffer mightily. I'm gonna come on in then. Oh, I can't. Oh no, what is in this room that is so locked up? I just thought about that. Oh, I assume the timer's in the game. No, it's my timer. I'm glad it looks so professional. You thought it was integrated though. I know. I wanna keep playing until we see Slenderman. So I'm gonna keep going. Go back to the trailers. There's really not that many buildings. Wait, this is a Slenderman game? It's getting progressively darker, so something's going to happen even if it's subtle. This is not a Slenderman game, but I like how I presented that in such a straightforward way that everybody was convinced. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm so convincing. The master key doesn't seem to work on this door. Oh. It's not much of a fucking master key now, is it? Also, I hate to say this, but did we see a TV anywhere? Been in there? The chained up one. Yeah, that one's very suspicious. I'm gonna poke around all of them, though. Could they have put the trailer park in a more uneven... man, I can barely see where I'm going now. So it's actually getting quite dark. Who are we, though? That's the real question. What did we come here for? Obviously the cult's gone at this point. So why are we here? What are we doing? Also, if you hear random, like, cackling laughter or anything in the background, that's just because my, like I said, my boyfriend's got his parents over. They're playing games or hanging out or something. So, yeah. God, it's such a needle in a haystack. It's like, if these were in, like, logical rows, I'd be fine, but they're all kind of fucking everywhere, so I just have trouble finding where I'm going. Do I have the soundproofing? I do have the soundproofing, but it has to expand for a couple days. I do think it's about ready now, but... Nope. I've gone back to I've gone in a loop. It doesn't help that it's all dark now, so I can barely see where I'm going. Alright, let's go over here. Are they marked on your map? Theoretically, but I'm not marked on the map, so I still have to, like, figure out where I am on the map whenever I'm looking at it, so it's kind of hard. I do assume that the only trailers that matter are the ones with actual names by them. But it's hard to say. It is hard to say. At least the flashlight is infinite. Yes, that would be unfortunate if it wasn't. Okay, I got into one. Leonard. Da Vinci. Let's see what I got here. Oh, giant pair of bolt cutters. I'll take those. What do I need that for? Leo, it's gotta be him. I'm certain. He hasn't talked yet, but I have no doubt. Scrounge around his trailer to see if you find any leverage. We busted the lock grabbing him last night, so you have to use your bolt cutters to get in. Get in where? Oh, I know where. Thou shalt not kill. But it's not that simple, is it? We are God's army. We must protect our flock. This is a war of souls in the line. We must be resolute, unwavering. So why won't my hand stop shaking? Why do I keep seeing his face when I close my eyes? Somehow I didn't think fighting for the Lord would mean beating an unarmed man to death with a shovel. Lord, why won't my hand stop shaking? Turn that light on.
The deceiver changed Father James, though only a few of us seemed to notice. He had new revelations almost daily. Doctrines changed. Actions that would have been terrible sins previously were suddenly permissible, while seemingly innocent behaviors became mortal sins. The others seemed to have no problem going along with it. I wondered if something was wrong with me. Father grew visibly agitated, and as adamant as he was about the sanctity of his new revelations, Something was different. He was scared, and that scared me.
Are those Wheaties? I think those are actually Wheaties. It's cute how the low res kind of removes any copyright issues. Also, Wheaties suck. I think they suck. I can't remember them. Sorry. The atmosphere is pretty good in this game. I hope you guys could hear, you know, things pretty well. Because, like, right now there's, like... weird whistling. Right. I assume that we need... Yeah. There we go. Okay, we got into Peyton's trailer. So which trailers have we not gone to at this point? We got into Peyton's, we got into Andrew's, Viola's. Lillian and Leonard, one of those we haven't gotten to. I don't remember. Well, there's the shovel. I guess I need a bloody shovel for some reason. Transmit code XV768, encryption code 3686. Compromise need, do not wreck frontal raid. Armed mill grade, HW plus train, most are 100% bought in. We'll use violence. What? I changed my lock like you suggested. I left a copy of the new key near the fire, under the tree near the fire pit. Oh, okay, thank you, Lillian. I guess you're the last trailer I haven't visited. Because I think I've visited every other one, right? I feel like I've been in 4 trailers now. Because there was the one that was available immediately, the one, the Violas, and then the 2 I've been in. So if Lillian's is the northernmost one, I need to get her key by the... under the tree by the fire pit, huh? Under the tree near the fire pit. Got it. Got it. I don't know why that note's in here. That's kind of weird. Oh my god, please. Just let me read you. Alright. Father James Israel, born Donald McCritic, born Idaho, early 50s, unclear. Vietnam debt, honorably discharged 1970 due to shrapnel injury, born again in late 70s. Criminal record includes arson, drug possession, vagrancy. Married to Ann McKittrick. Signs of adomethane addiction. Receives visions from an ancient named Serial, starting in 1986, left Harbor Church, and founded Perfect Heaven Wife, purchased Black Sage Ranch, 1991. Anne, born Oregon, not much known, worked as secretary for a heating and cooling company for years, met Donald James through church, married in 1981, complete loyalty to husband, primary recruiter for group. Andrew Custer, born question mark, recruited in Houston, owns small farm, runs a farm for group, regular writes to his brother in El Paso. Viola, mid-30s, from Albuquerque, 2 children, Julian and Lucas, recently divorced from her husband, claims frequent abuse, frequent consort of Father James. Leonard Vanderhoff, former police officer, National Guard, military trained, discharged due to drug addiction. He added drugs to things. Oh no. James promised to help him get clean. Seems to have worked for a little while. Access to weapons. Trains group members in arms and tactics. Often has alcohol in his breath. Relapse? Dangerous. Lillian Carter, early 20s, born in San Diego, 1972. Recent college graduate. Some useless degree. Depressed. Often trouble finding job. Often goes rectory for alternative cleansing with other women. Seems to have more doubts than some others. Reach out to her. So this guy was on the inside. Peyton was a deceiver. Indeed. I am now stuck. What was I stuck on? I don't know. Okay, I'm fine. Right, so I guess our next objective is to go to the fire pit. And then head over to Lillian's trailer after that. So that's the community hall. So I guess I'll head towards it and then I'll turn north a little bit. Yeah. Because this is the church. No, this is the school. That's fine. I'll get the fire pit this way too. Can I? Good, I can. Wasn't sure. So let's see. The fire pit should just be right ahead somewhere. Oh, this must be it. Pretty boring. Is there any notes around here? They'd probably be blown away in the wind though if they were out here for a while. And I have a shovel, so let me just attempt to... Okay. Blood shovels are the best for digging. You dig it in the mound and sift through the loose dirt, find a small brass key. Right. And back to the trailers. game seems pretty intriguing, and honestly is pretty good. I like this. This is pretty good. Man, I don't like what happened here, especially if it was a real event. I don't know if it is or not still. But this is good. This is well made, and I like the visual style, and how time is passing. Alright, so Lillian's trader should just be like right over here. Yes. Right, what do we got? Note for James. Lillian, a member of the flock, who will not be named, happened upon one of the books you purchased while on a trip to town. While reading non-church materials is not strictly prohibited, I must caution you against assuming too much of any secular material. The godless worldview is powerfully poisonous with its promises of pleasure without consequences and freedom from rules. But here you know true freedom, freedom from sin, damnation, and the true pleasure of God's love. Consider this a friendly warning. I want the best for you, my sister. If it becomes clear that your reading is compromising your faith, we may have to change the rules in order to protect you as well as the rest of the flock. Forgive me if I'm speaking too freely, but I care deeply about you, and I've worried that you have having doubts about Father and his teachings. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from. Wait, I've read this note before. If you pray and listen very quietly, you'll feel the very soul, the truth of the teaching. I feel like I've read a similar note. Why are there... What are these? They're 8-bit and kind of odd. Okay. Oh, I was trying to hit the light switch, but sure, I'll take a key. Cleansing room key, huh? How can the absolute truth change so rapidly? First, the doctrine of cleansing, which is immutable and unavoidable, pain is currency, etc., etc. Then the doctrine of alternative cleansing, which seemed to change the rules against extramarital sex and polygamy, but only in the service of the clean body. Now Father James has received another revelation, which he pronounced privately to only a few of us women. It's not written down, it hasn't been added to the Book of Serial, and it directly contradicts previous doctrine. Father says that the Lord has brought a deceiver into our midst in order to test the strength of our faith. We must be ready to prove our dedication to the flock, and like Abraham with his son Isaac, we must be ready to sacrifice our notion of what is moral to serve in order to serve the greater cause. Is this God's plan for us, to use our bodies as tools? Why doesn't this feel right? Because it isn't. Because it isn't. Read note to Lillian. Attempt to read note to Lillian. I'll just stand on the bed and read the note. Okay. I know you're beginning to doubt. You're right to do so. Father James is not what he says he is. If you want to talk more, hang around after evening prayer. I'll linger too. I can help. You're not alone. I'm putting my trust in you with this. I guess I couldn't go in the cleansing... Oh, no, wait. Oh, the cleansing room. Oh, no, that's over there. Oh, that's not the room in the rectory that I can't access yet. That's something else. So that's probably going to be our last destination. Are you in a cult? It's a scary question, but an important one. Spiritual fulfillment and community involvement are important aspects of a healthy life. But it's possible for these to take deeply unhealthy and even dangerous forms. If you're reading this, someone who cares about you is concerned about your well-being. The hell? Somebody dropped something downstairs. Okay. I live in an apartment, if I should remind. The story of Abraham and Isaac is stupid. I don't remember it, personally. Christmas lights, yes, that's what it is. I hear voices in your mic. You will hear voices in my mic today. I apologize for that. But, again, just a refresher here. This is the week that my boyfriend's parents are visiting. They're all hanging out in the living room. They're kind of loud. So, sorry about that. Nothing I could do. The group displays excessively zealous and unquestioning commitment to its leader, and whether he is alive or dead, regards his belief system, ideology, and practices as a truth as law. Questioning, doubt, and dissent are discouraged or even punishment. Mind-altering practices, meditation, chanting, speaking in tongues, denunciation sessions, and debilitating work routines are used in excess and serve to suppress doubts about the group and its leaders. Yeah, leave people tired and dizzy. What? Best way to do it. The leadership dictates, sometimes in great detail, how members should think, act, and feel. For example, members must get permission to date, change jobs, marry, or leaders prescribe what types of clothes to wear, where to live, whether or not to have children, how to discipline children, and so forth. The group is elitist, claiming a special, exalted status for itself, its leaders, and its members. For example, the leader is considered a messiah, a special being, an avatar of the group, and or leaders on a special mission to save humanity. The group has a polarized us versus them mentality, which may cause conflict with the wider society. The leader is not accountable to any authorities. The group teaches or implies what is supposedly exalted ends to justify whatever means deems necessary. This may result in members participating in behaviors or activities they would have considered reprehensible or unethical before joining the group. For example, lying to family or friends or collecting money for bogus charities. The leadership includes induces feelings of shame or guilt in order to influence or control members. This is often done through peer pressure and subtle forms of persuasion. Subservience to the leader or group requires members to cut ties with family and friends and radically alter the personal goals and activities they had before joining the group. The group is preoccupied with bringing in new members. The group is preoccupied with making money. Members are expected to devote inordinate amounts of time to the group and group-related activities. Members are encouraged or required to live or not socialize with only with group members. The most loyal members feel there can be no life outside the context of the group. They believe there is no other way to be, and they often fear reprisals to themselves or others if they leave or even consider leaving the group. If one or more of these are true for your group, it may not be a healthy community, but don't worry, help is available. So, a lot of points covered in this. Here's the funny thing, guys. Here's the funny thing. Some of these points kind of... though sometimes people who follow YouTubers or streamers end up with a slightly cult-like mentality in some ways. It never goes into an actual cult, I think, I hope, with such situations, but all the same. The funny thing is, you know, always watch your behavior, always question what you're seeing, and if you really like somebody, you like really enjoy them and you look up to them, make sure to question them now and then. That includes me.
He risked his life coming to me. Somehow he could tell that I was wavering. I'm still not sure how. He was from the FBI, he said, and he was here to investigate the group as a cult. When he said that word, I told him to go to hell. I almost went right to Father James. But I didn't. He left me a pamphlet that talked about the signs of a dangerous cult. At first I refused to read it. What was the point? How could that have anything to do with our group? But I did read it, and even though my entire brain was screaming at me, I went back to him.
Beerus, no, I'm just going to read up here. Aragon parents are not watching the stream. FBI, huh? So they killed an FBI agent. That's what I'm getting out of this. And also the ad, the woman saying wouldn't know good and bad about Fesfoff. So Essler explained, Abraham was told by God to sacrifice his son Isaac. Abraham agreed, and it took Isaac to be sacrificed. Just before he killed his son, God told Abraham to stop because killing his son would be a grave sin. Yes, I do remember this story. And I hate it, too. It's such a, like, yeah, blind. I'm going to do this terrible thing because I was told to. By a higher being. By somebody I look up to. It's like, no. Think for your fucking self, Abraham, you idiot. The Old Testament is not, I don't like it that much. If it was government, they took evidence down to lack room, probably. Yeah, that's a good point. When you feel the points called Doc doesn't get informational be thing, clears place up. And then D came in here and going, Chara, blah, 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 yee! I think D was attacked by something right as he joined the stream, and now he's dead. Charm, have I questioned you before? It's good to question me. Charm is not a god. I'm not. I mean, the Call to Doxism thing's pretty fun, and I don't mind RP set stuff. I don't mind little fictional snippet situations. I've mentioned before that as a mental being, I actually can take RP stuff as a real thing that is going on. And I do for many things. But if it is something that my morals do not agree with, and it's just a fun scenario, one-off thing, I do not detach to it that heavily. So for instance, this little Cult of Doxism thing you guys have created, I do not attach to that at a personal level. I enjoy it on a just for fun level, but it's not something I will ever attach to on a personal level like I do with some RP stuff. I would feel terrible if I did that. So, what is this? A black key with an alchemical symbol for blood etched in. Right, so this is we got it for the cleansing room. It's stained in blood. This is not good. Dog equals God. Look, if there should be any God, it should be a dog. Because dogs just want to see people happy. So that's a pretty good God, wouldn't you say? I know alchemical symbols now. Yes, it's going to be turning into Full Metal Alchemist at this rate. Charm is actually a really pudgy dog. I mean, not the physical body I run around in, unfortunately, but, you know, maybe in time. Maybe in time something will happen, and that could be possible in the future. What is this? What First base? Oh, I see. I was like, very confused for a moment. Okay. Hold on. If there's a baseball field, I'm going to look at it. Pitcher's mound. Yep. It's not a very big field. I'm too hateful to be a dog. Alright, so... Anyways, cleansing room. Let's see. Is it this building? It's probably this building. Yeah. Wait, there's a mines? Oh, dude, we're gonna go... Oh, no, it's gonna get... Oh, guys, we gotta keep playing. There's a mine. There's a mine in an atmospheric game like this. That's gonna be creepy. Oh, speaking of creepy, what the... Hold on a minute. Before we go in the cleansing room, let's... I don't like all the movement there, so... I'm just... Okay, I don't... Yeah. I love the fact that the paw is slipping out. Do we have a paw? Okay, so, let's see here. Oh, I like how I unlocked the back doors so the front doors are also unlocked. That's pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Bill.
Hey, guess who's back for the third month? 3.
I like how you kicked up that song at this moment, and then creepy music followed it right afterwards. Da 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 da. Sit as thy debt, pain as thy currency. Old blackened blood is seeped into the cracks of this altar. Axe? Oh, wait a minute. I thought you guys were just, like, whipping each other, but I was like, there's a lot of blood here. And now there's an axe. Alright. I'll just take that. Oh, at least they prevented the fucking wood from getting bloody. The tarp? That's nice. Oh, it's like, you know, just to wash off all the blood you lose from being cut up by an axe, you know. That's just clean up. You clean up. You get cut up by the axe. You clean up afterwards with the sink. It's fine. I like how the sink's one of the least bloody things. Alright. Guidelines for cleansing. Improper thoughts, lust. 3 cuts with small blade. Improper thoughts, doubt. 5 cuts with small blade. Stealing. 1 finger or 1 hand depending on the item's value. Sloth. 2 lashes for the whip. Oh, they do have a whip. They do have a whip. Okay. Did you see what I said before the angel cereal charm? Yeah, about how it was an angel that did shitty stuff. I forget the exact details, but yes, I did read it. It's about time we get some horror games for Nintendo. I'm not sure this is exactly a horror game, but it is not. It's a horrific game. Taking the Lord of Father James' name in vain. 5 cuts, large blade. Murder, rape, idolatry. The violating body part, hand, genitals, eyes. Okay, that's why there's an X. Okay. Oh. And more bloody instruments of torture. Nice. Oh, I can merge into these bags. I see pliers. Pliers are never a good sign. I think the axe is less bothersome to me than pliers, actually. I went away for a bit and now I see this. This is why you want to stick around in my streams, you know? Be an active watcher. Come on by. You don't want to miss the fun? Should I give you a save again? I haven't done that in a while. And for the Book of Serial, and yet the Lord in his infinite love and compassion has not forsaken those who have forsaken him. No man is without the cloud of sin, but the light of the Lord shines brightly. Then make thyself ready for the Lord's embrace. Cleanse thyself of sin by way of self-sacrifice. Give of thy blood, thy flesh, for it is the soiled, empathetic, unworthy of the Lord's gaze. For each sin committed by the hand, whip the arm once. For each sin committed by the feet, whip the leg once. For each by the eyes and mouth, cut the face. Pray thou over thy spilled blood, and in cleansing it thou cleansest the south. Sin is thy debt, earthly pain thy currency. For those who are thoroughly purged of sin in this manner, and who have followed the commandments of the Lord, and who believe truly in the heart and body, the days of taken will bring them to the feet of the Lord, free of earthly flesh, and wash in divine light of eternity. Have faith, be cleansed, and this will be your reward. One thing I have a problem with a lot of like church/cult stuff is like, fucking shut up, you're too wordy. Like, man, so many words. Can I interact with this? Do I want to interact with this? What is this? Why does it look like it has a Pizza Hut logo on the box?
He called it the cleansing room, where we would exchange pain in this realm for forgiveness in the next. We'd all gather in front of the altar, and one by one we would declare our sins to the flock, each of us given penance to perform in front of the others. Bloodletting, self-flagellation. I saw men break their own bones, and women cut off a finger that had caused them to sin. It was true devotion, and it was terrifying and wonderful to see.
No, honestly, Beerus, I think you're right. I think it's terrifying and wonderful to see. Goodness me. The key to the mines. Speaking of which, oh boy. Let's be safe about this. Don't want to break our arm by falling. Granted, we're doing it in the right room, I guess, if we do, but... eh. So, I guess the mines are next, then. This is called Sagebrush. The game title should actually indicate this. Let's look behind the mines first. So this goes into the mountain? Actually, it doesn't. Okay. Does it go under... oh, no. Does it go underground, then? The game category... oh, you guys can change the title, too. Thank you. Thank you very much, Car. I'm collecting all the blood tools. Oh, oh, no, it is. Oh, wow, they have quite an... wait, why did they set up such an operation for mining? Oh, no. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. This isn't good. She's not the best. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, the lights died when I came down. How nice. Wait, actually, can I... oh, it brings it back if it's down, I guess. I see. I see. I think it's actually dead now. Right. Man, you know what? Graphics like this really set a mood for me. Okay, there's something over there. Oh, generator, here we go. Oh, imagine if you got stuck down here without the generator key. I don't see how that's useful! Well, it's a generator key. Okay, never mind. I guess it doesn't work for underground generators are specifically designed differently than above ground generators. This actually might be a true statement. I don't know. Right. Okay. Can't turn on the lights. That's fine. That's okay. Okay. Pixely. Well, here's the thing about pixely graphics. You can't be confident in what you're seeing. It's not crisp, so you can't be sure what you're making out in the distance. It's actually very frustrating. It's not frustrating. It's very scary, actually. That sort of thing. I feel like checking my corners before going around them. I mean, this should go to the... yeah. Okay. Oh no, I'm lost. Oh wait, no. That leads to that. Oh, it's a shooting range. Okay. Alright, shooting range. They were trading. What do we got? Just a fallen one. God, can you imagine the reverb if you're shooting down here, though? Ow. Military-grade rifles and ammunition are piled among the straw-lined interior of the crate. Mm-hmm. Oil can. Oh, not getting those weapons. Hey, free weapons, though. Pamphlets. Our secular enemies see our imminent salvation and find themselves filled with jealousy and rage. They want to keep the world immersed in sin, and they will stop and know, like, hey, I was reading that. How dare you, Crate? How dare you, ghosts closing all objects behind me? And we'll stop at no lengths to prevent us from fulfilling the Lord's plans. We must be prepared to protect the flock. Henry was able to use his contacts in Southwest Patriots Corps to get us arms and armor for protection. He will be leading training drills starting Thursday, mandatory for all the flock, children included. We will rise up and fight in Christ's name if necessary. Alright. And there's tons of pamphlets saying that for some reason. Okay, well, I got an oil can. I'm the ghost of keeping things neat. I'll close this crate. Ooh, how scary. Alright, let's go this way then. Huh? Oh no. You can get that remain oil from the can onto the rusting wheels. Good. The wheels didn't even move though. Let's just double checking. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Who is this? Those bones are picked clean, so this couldn't have been that long ago. Decomposing body curled in the fetal position. That's not really the fetal position, but okay. You reach out to touch it, and a note falls from the corpse's pocket. Why would we reach out to... Oh, grass can. Well, I guess this is what we need, then. Probably the guy that got killed, yeah. I got your delivery. I made a copy of the key to James' room last night, but I think Andrew knows. He was acting suspicious. I'm going to hide the copy somewhere we both have access to it in case something happens. Look in the southwest corner of the cornfields. You'll find it. Southwest corner of the cornfields, my friends.
I think it might have been my fault they found Peyton. We were seen together too often, maybe. But how would they know? Maybe they saw the pamphlet? I don't know. I don't know, but I can't shake the feeling that it's my fault. It doesn't matter. They found him. They told us he had decided to leave the flock. I didn't believe them, but I didn't ask any questions. After that, we moved on. It was like he had never been there at all. It scared me, but instead of trying to get away, I just let myself fall deeper in. I did my best to shut out any doubts. It was easier that way.
Hey, lights. Drawing a puka? Did you say... Wait, hold on, Rocky. Just out of curiosity. Wait, isn't that the picture you said you were drawing before? Or are you saying you're drawing a puka charm? Because somebody has... Carcerus actually drew it. Wait, actually, Carcerus, wait. Did you draw me as a puka, or were you going to draw me as a puka? I'm now blanking. I like pukas, though. They're good. They're basically good. They're basically cute rabbit people with big feet. I mean, that's pretty good. You did do a doodle. I just don't know where I put it. Pin doodle. Oh, yes! Oh, you know what? Actually, I know where it might be. I'll have to double check. Well, that's good. I'm glad the mines are being used for shooting practice. Oh, it's dark. It's very dark. It is very, very dark now. It's pretty. Alright, so. I guess next up, Southwest, right? Okay. Now I say I was drawing pukas. I could draw a puka chart if you want later. I mean, maybe. I don't know. You said you wanted to draw a scarf, so I should probably give you another scarf idea later. Alright, so let's see. That's the community hall, which means the part of the cornfield, that is, right? That is so dark. Alright, so, I mean, I guess I'd want to be, yeah, I'd want to be, like, searching this section. This section. This is the most southwest. It's a good chance we are Lillian. Oh, really? Oh, no, but how am I going to fight? Oh. That's just debris. Thought I found it immediately. I guess the most effective way to look is like run diagonally like this through these sections until I see it. Actually, what am I looking for? Hold on. But yeah, just to double check though. The cleansing room's over there. Fire pit's right there. Or wait, is that the fire pit? That's the baseball mound, which is fine. And the community hall's right there. So it's definitely the southwest section. But what part of the southwest section? I'll check one to the north now. Southwest can mean a number of things, after all. See, that's the cleansing room right there, so I don't want to go... It's not that large a field. It's not that large a field. It looks larger than it is. So right here is the middle of the field. I'm in the middle right now. So the southwest would definitely be... Oh! North is left! Oh, okay. So that means I would want to go to the lower right. So basically, tricky. So it would be lower right section. Yeah. So it'd be over here. Well, needle. This is, I guess, key in a cornfield's better than needle in a haystack, at least. Also, I'm really happy everybody's so like talkative and such during this game. This game both brings up interesting subject matter to talk about, as well as pretty good gameplay. This is pretty good adventure gameplay. I like it. It's not super complex or anything, but it's really well done. Take a simple approach of finding keys and such, but do it in a way that makes it both not frustrating, but wait. Oh, I wasn't actually in the right. Oh, it's this one. My bad. I'm not actually all the way over. Let's go over here. Oh, wow. That didn't even hide in the middle or anything. All right. All right, well, got it. Okay. I like how the shovel's a gating in progress, so I can't like sequence skip. I really wish the character was marked on the map. It's very frustrating trying to orient yourself sometimes. Yeah, I know, right? It'd be nice if it was. But it's not a huge area. Key is either for the room or something to do with the chapel. We haven't been to the chapel. Let's go to the chapel next. Because I have a pretty good hunch that that room in the cleansing room is... Well, actually, no, wait. Actually, I think there was some mention of that key with a note on the body. I think there was some mention of that having to do with that room. So let's go back to the cleansing room then. Because that's really where... No, not the cleansing room. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the rectory. Rectory, not the cleansing room. Well, let's go to the chapel on the way. Why not? It's on the way, so... May as well. I'm going to assume it's probably just locked up, but... This game really does... This game is doing PS1 graphics really fucking well, though. What? Oh, no, there's a staircase underground. Basements are bad. Just generally. Alright, can we enter here? Actually... Nope. Chapel door lock. What is this? 7 golden stars on the lock, and a space for what appears to be an 8th. That's a weird lock. Right, got it. Let's go to the evil red house over here. I really feel like just going off the path like this, I'm just going to get attacked by a coyote. It's coyote at some point. Oh, by the way, you know what there isn't enough of, guys? There isn't enough coyote art. There isn't enough coyote furs. There's not a lot of people that use coyotes as, you know, their character and stuff. Coyotes are cool. Coyotes are great. I've seen people with coyote pets. Then the unfortunate thing about coyotes is that in the process of them being crafty and living near kind of populated areas, they will unfortunately hunt people's cats and dogs. That's not a good coyote. That's bad coyote, but I understand they need to eat. So I also understand Circle of Life. I understand why they do that. But people hate coyotes because of that. Coyotes are good, though. They're good puppos. They're good. They can be good puppos. I've seen coyote pets on YouTube, and they are very interesting animals. All right, evil room it is. Very concerned. What's this note say again? Beyond these doors is a sacred place. Only fully cleansed believers who have been given express permission by Father James may enter. The Lord protects this room. Trespassers will suffer mightily. Did the Lord just close? Okay, well. I'm apparently a ghost, because the door closed through me. I've seen a few coyote furs that might have been quite nice. It's just not very common to see coyote furs. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. What do we got? That's a fucking good question. Is that a person? Is that some sort of person? Very bad people put that in their room. I'm trying to look at it, but if I look directly at it, it gets all highlighted and it's hard to see. God, I don't know what it is. I can't really defer. It's like that one cursed image I saw recently where it was like a table with a number of items on it. And the commenter with that picture, and maybe you guys have seen this, there was this picture, this photograph. It was a photograph of a bunch of stuff on a table, a bunch of shit on a table, different things, all sorts of different things. And the comment associated with next to it was, name one thing on this table. And the anxiety-inducing thing about it was, I couldn't figure out, in no way could figure out any of the items on that table. They were all just so weirdly oh no, there's a TV. Yes, there is a TV. What's in the shoebox? A shoebox stuffed with bags of white powder and a glass pipe, blackened at the end. Oh. I finally slept last night, spoke with the devil. He came to the foot of my bed to bargain for the safety of the flock, but lo, I outsmarted him. Begged me to stop my crusade, and I spat in his face. Spat in the devil's face, and he shriveled away. Sin is physical mass. I have measured it in experiments and have determined the mathematical formula for determining a person's sin. Weight not visible to the naked eye requires a special weigh device attuned to divine wavelengths. Will build and test all flock to ensure cleanliness, especially Lily and Juliet lineage. Intended to wait for Juliet to come of age for alternative cleansing, but came across rabbinic texts citing consummation of marriage as young as 3 years and 1 day. We'll pray and wait for answer. Oh, I hate you so much. Dream notes. A great winged Leviathan emerges from the clouds, speaking in radio waves, surrounded by angels. Leviathan spoke of the deceiver closing in, bringing unclean evil to the flock, infecting them with doubt and opening our gates to the outside world. Angels flew in on the Leviathan's mouth and lit his tongue on fire. Breath of flame exploded outward and engulfed the world in my dream. I understand, Lord. No, that the dream is supposed to be saying is fucking die, please. That's what the dream is telling you, but you know, whatever. Just interpret it the way you want. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, smoking some white powder. Can you smoke cocaine? Lock. I don't know the lock. Oh, pet-up box. A stack of old nudie mags, ranging from pretty tame to seriously perverted, tucked away under the bed as if it's a 12-year-old's bedroom. Father James' bed, messy, covered in thick woolen sheets that have held years of must. Oh, the must. I must not know more about it. Another altar also bathed in red light, sitting under a wall of religious imagery. Why the fuck all the red altars, though? Yo, religious imagery. A reprint of an etching of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Well, yes, that is what that is, apparently. Painting depicting Christ's dead body removed from the cross of Golgotha, and another picture of you, because he really... Wow, he has 2 pictures of himself in his own room. That's... Wow. I don't really want to play this video. But okay. Huh. I don't want to get demonetized. I don't know what's on this.
Flock, I have wonderful news.
Oh?
No. My flock, I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Some of you may be afraid. No. My flock, I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Be not afraid. This is the day we have been working towards all this time. The focal point of all history. The end point of all creation. I have seen the signs. I have heard the word of the Lord. I speak the word of the Lord. I am the word of the Lord. Yes, that's good there. Three, 5, 6, 9. Damn it. 3, 5, 6, 8. Shit. And what's the code for the damn safe? 4. Of course. 4.
Well, yes, rehearsing his lines. Rehearsing his lines because... Oh. I would like to interact with it there. Because if you... Cult leaders... I mean, it makes sense. Gotta make sure yourself sound as good as possible, yo. The subtitles were wrong there, yes. They had a little bit of spelling error. Speak the word of the Lord and said, I speak the world of the Lord. I noticed that too. Conquest is not a commonly known thing. I know about Conquest a little bit. But hey, what's the 5th horseman? The guy, the guy who likes to play Pokemon Conquest. I remember that game. Praise be to the Lord. Our temple has been revealed. Angels of the Lord have revealed specifications for our temple. The temple of the prophet shall be a sacred place reserved only for Father James and is chosen to further pursue revelation and closeness to the Lord. The temple will contain a kingle. That's when it's one thing for a king. A single king-sized bed, food enough for 2 people for 200 days, full copies of my scripture, weapons, and ammunition. The measurements which must be followed exactly are as follows. The second page appears to be a diagram of what became the chapel, as well as what appears to be a tunnel leading out of the back room. The third page appears to have been torn off, judging from the scrap of paper stuck to the staple. Okay. Interesting observation. You have the sill now. No more excuses. It's time to head to the chapel and face the past. Oh, who said earlier that we're playing as Lillian? Good observation, by the way. Face the past. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. Is Lillian the one that had her... Is Lillian the one that had her doubts and then possibly accidentally got the FBI agent killed? But was, like, not bad? Right. It is. Okay. Yeah, she was the one with the pamphlet. Okay. So, somehow she got out. It's actually a pretty well told story, the way it's paced as well. There's a lot of reading to be done, but it's like interesting reading, and it's not overly flowery. It's, I mean, obviously the scriptures are, but that's kind of the point of them. I don't think it's fair to call this a walking sim because there is puzzle solving. Though it is mostly walking to get an item and then walking somewhere else to get an item. Admittedly, it is kind of a walking sim and such, but it's a well done one. Anything on the pews? No? Okay. Oh, the grass is in here. That's too bad. A little bit of ground clipping going on. I have an old organ. Oh God.
Don't be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. We must go through the flames, but the flames will not hurt us. Not our true selves, our spiritual selves. I know his will, and it's time. This world is molded in filth. It's too far gone. They sent demons to test our resolve. They expected us to give up the fight, but here, today, we prove to all of them that we never gave up. Our faith never wavered. Today, we take our place at the foot of the throne of the Lord. Here now, we'll dull the bodies a little. There's no need for it to hurt. Here, drink this. Drink this. Pass these around. Things will go a little fuzzy, but then the flames will take us, and we will join our Lord in his heaven. We will be by his side forever, where we belong. Amen. Amen. Boy, I love each and every one of you so much. God bless.
That's when they locked the doors, and then Andrew and Leonard started soaking rags in lighter fluid while I started handing out the cups. Little paper cups full of crushed up Quaaludes mixed with lemonade.
What the hell is Quaalude?
Father kept preaching as we drank. They lit the rags and put them around the outer walls. Everything caught so quickly. Soon everything was on fire, and people just sat down in it. Let it take them. Something clicked. I don't know what. I needed to get out. I didn't want to die. I remembered Father's temple, and I ran.
Yeah, it did take me a bit to realize that the female voice that's been through multiple of the recordings are actually the main character themselves. I do wonder how this wooden building did not burn down. Thanks for the auto. Did I get an autosave? Maybe I'll make a normal save. Alright. Whew, boy. But yeah, she went in the back. She went in the... That's lit up. That's probably important. There's something else here, isn't there? Yes, I need to hit it with the shovel. Alright, let's open. Journal. Don't you remember? Don't you remember how you survived? Why don't you want to remember? You know why. When the time came you couldn't face the Lord, your doubt had eaten away at you. You didn't join them in their glorious death, but in your doubt neither did you save them. You are a coward. Oh God. Imagine if you fell down, you just tripped. I think you'd be dead. I think you would just tumble down this nice smooth ramp And you would be dead. Or be very hurt. Another red altar. What is this for? Why the fuck's there a bunker? Why are there so many noises of things moving against metal? The covers are still rustled for the few nights you spent here. I love the blood speckle tiling. That's really good. I'll use that in a second. Fringe religious text and several copies of Father James' works. In one lower tucked away corner, there's a stack of comic books. Uh-huh.
The door shut behind me and everything was dark and completely silent, as if the burning chapel and all the people dying behind me didn't exist. The drugs took over then, and it was all I could do to crawl into bed before I passed out.
By the way, anybody know what that drug that was mentioned was? It started with a Q, and I never heard of it before. Some woods are fire resistant, though, so it makes sense the chapel would could still stand. But what's confusing is that it doesn't even seem to have any burn marks. Quaaludes, yeah, quaaludes. Man, it sounds like you could create a little buzzword if you have a cult and you have these quaaludes. You could have a little, sermon reading after drugging people. It could be called quaaludes and platitudes. Gotta have a fun naming scheme for your cult activities. Spoiled food. Okay. Gotta have some backup weapons, right? In your bunker. Set of tip-dark activity of methaqualone was known in the 1950s. 1962, methaqualone was banned by the U.S. while it's determined its use peaked in the early 1970s for the treatment of insomnia and as a sedative and muscle relaxant. Thank you. Because Into the Depths of the Earth is enough. You gotta do it twice. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Oh, our flashlight died. Oh, hey, we played a game with a flashlight with batteries that lasted most of the game. That's good. I can run, but for the sake of my own nerves, I'm not. We got another red altar. This one's even more red. Why? How deep does this go? It's another one of those I'm not sure what it is paintings. Oh, it's... But... I can't even... Oh, God. Okay. But I...
Ma'am, who started the fire? Ma'am, I know you've been through a lot, but we need your cooperation to piece all of this together. Who started the fire?
Wait, why was there another door?
Pretty much everyone. Father James lit the first flame, but the others helped it spread.
Guys, there was another door closing that I didn't close.
So
What?
they weren't coerced.
No. They were weeping with joy.
What?
People were singing.
And you? What did you do?
I'm confused.
Ma'am?
I feel like there is somebody behind me. Alright. I mean, do I go back and check? I can't. Because I'm apparently locked in now. That's why. That doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem the best. How deep does this go? Oh my, okay. I don't expect the game to be over by now. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Yeah, I do feel like this is probably getting into meta allegory. Is it probably not real? It's hard to say, though. I'm amazed that I can even look at these. Alright.
Honey, you're being quiet.
Yep.
I don't know what to say.
It's just... Lillian, was it something we did?
Dad,
I just don't understand how you could run off and join some insane cult.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
You're a smart girl. What were you thinking? Lillian, the things I've heard on the news. Where are you going?
I don't know, Dad. Why did you stop being a fucking asshole? She went through a lot. She probably knows she fucked up. You don't need a reminder. Oh no. Or maybe this is a real bunker and Father James is like really fucking paranoid about the like nuclear apocalypse. And he just wanted, you know, I build a bunker, but I need a bunker for my bunker. I need a bunker for my bunker for my bunker. That's a distressingly common reaction to someone joining a cult. I mean, yeah, but it's not nice. It's understandable to be like, oh man, I wish you didn't do that, but like, man, you know, people have moments of weakness, and there's people that prey on that. It's just what happens. Oh my, what is the ground doing? Okay.
So, Lillian, have you been having any more thoughts since your last attempt?
All the time.
It seems as if you almost regret surviving the fire.
I don't know. I don't. It's so confusing. I
Thanks,
didn't want to die, but I feel like I let them all down.
Let them down because you didn't save them? Or because you didn't die with them?
I don't know anymore.
Well, listen to me. No matter what, you deserve to live. I promise you. Lillian, you deserve to live.
I need to go. I can't do this right now. I can't.
I'm sorry. That was not an appropriate time to laugh, but right in the middle of the therapy session, there was a serious pause, and then suddenly bark, 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 bark. I was like, oh my god, right in the middle of the pause. Also, thanks for the follow, whoever was just following there. The timing on that. Just feel like you're watching a serious scene in a movie, and then just a little puppo pops up and just yips in the middle of it, and then just goes away again. It's like, okay. Like, what? Say it's okay to run now. I mean, yeah, sure. There are more pictures. And this room is even more dark. And that door is glitching. There seems to be more and more texture issues going on the deeper I go. It's that awesome part. The world is glitching around us. What's a bar?
I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble about mechanical engineering for another 20 minutes. Tell me more about you. You studied communications, right? What kind of job does that get you?
Well, right off the bat, not much. I couldn't find work, so I ended up backpacking through Europe for a year after college.
Oh, cool. I've always wanted to do something like that. I bet it was amazing.
Yeah, it was super fulfilling to see all those different ways of life. Really eye-opening. God, that was a long time ago.
Man, I'm jealous. I jumped right into work after school. Working 80 hours? You know how it is. Just expected to devote everything to it. It's like a religion. It took me a while to see how messed up it was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Look, if you need a fucking standing bar in your bunker, it's important. No, I know these are not real rooms, but yeah, I'll start running. Oh. Great! We have evil crosses watching us go down here. That's lovely. And then the chanting just stops. Anyways, these are all repeat as paints we've seen elsewhere, pretty sure, so I'm not going to look them over. Oh, look, a car. Just where we parked it! About 8 levels down into multiple bunkers. Just where we parked it. I've heard of underground parking, but this is ridiculous.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Lil, is everything all right? I've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Please pick up. I'm worried about you.
Aw.
Okay, just call me back. Love you.
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. Message deleted.
Aw, don't throw away your pretty nice sounding like country boyfriend. Come on. Oh shit, she killed herself in her car? You think so? Oh, is that what that's trying to indicate? I mean, the guy, we don't see any exhaust fumes, so we can't assume that. She may be dying right now. Oh no, it's the end of the road. And I like how I'm allowed to attempt to unlock the doors, even though there's... But there's nothing left. Okay. Um... Wait, what? Go back? Oh, now I can... It was a... I was locked a moment ago. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Oh, we're back in the... Oh, we re-entered reality. We have entered reality again. So really, the bunker just was 2 rooms, which makes sense. Yeah, that kind of made that. I was kind of, yeah. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but. Oh, okay. So what we saw was... Alright. This makes a lot more sense. So it was a hallucination of the chapel being intact, basically. Okay.
I remember now. I've tried not to. I thought I could move on. Pretend it hadn't happened. But here it is. I'm looking at it. I was here. We were all here. And now it's just me.
And that film proves it's in the future, yeah. Well, not that we didn't know that already, but...
Oh, Lil, Jesus, there you are. We're trying to get a hold of you for hours. Where are you?
I had to take care of something.
Look, just... Are you okay? I was getting worried.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm heading home now. Tim, there's some things I need to tell you. I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life.
Red Bull gives you
She
wings?
knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all, that what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
There's nobody where she was. Let's see. I mean, that's pretty good, dude. Nathaniel Behrens, he seems like he and some family and other people voice acted it, but he made it by himself with some additional assets. That's pretty cool. This is pretty good for a single dev project. Well, more or less single dev project. Tapes found 12 of 12. Yay, 100%. I did it. Not a terribly long game, but a well done one. That was definitely... That was a good experience. I like it, well put together. I don't feel like the end part was overplayed. I feel like it was fine. Ungolf said he thought it would was overplayed. I feel like it was fine. But that was Sagebrush, and I'm glad I played that extra because we only had 4 games today, for this Howler anyway, so may as well play one for 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed that.